Hey guys, here I am again with just another encouraging video to help you guys get through the rest of this year, okay? So, it's just been this thing on my mind that there may be a lot of people who are feeling like, okay, God, it's October, the year's almost done, and I've been waiting to see certain things come to pass and it's not happening. What happened to the harvest? What happened to the joy that I was promised? What happened, Lord? I think that the Lord is doing a lot in the earth. I think he's doing a lot in his church. And one of the things that I knew that the Lord would do this year, in the beginning when I was praying through 2023 in like December or January, was that he was separating the wheat from the tare, the goat from the sheep. There was a hard separation that God was doing this year. And I feel like he was wanting to gut out his church. You know how the scripture says, judgment starts in the house of the Lord first. I feel like he wanted to gut out his children and clean up whatever was dirty and impure and shine light on things that were in us that we maybe didn't see. I think before anything good happens, sometimes suffering precedes it. You know? Jesus died and then there was life. He defeated death, but he had to die first. So I just wanted to give you guys some encouraging scriptures to go to in your quiet time. Just kind of stand firm. I also want to remind you guys to not take this season and be so focused on your situation. Like, don't let your time with the Lord be so focused on your situation and your circumstances and what you're feeling that you're missing the beauty and missing the totality of what he's doing in you right now, that you're missing him, that you're missing the person of Jesus and all of his grandeur and all of his beauty. But I wanted to just give you these scriptures to just kind of meditate on. The first one is Deuteronomy. I can never say that word right sometimes. Deuteronomy 31:8. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid and do not be discouraged. Do not be afraid and do not be discouraged, child. I know it's difficult, but God is with you. Psalms 121, verses 1 through 2. I lift my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. If he made the heavens and the earth, he got you. He got your little situation, okay? I promise you. John 16:33. I have told you these things so that you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. I encourage you to read that one, John 16:33. Read the whole chapter of John just to read it in its full context. But I think that this applies to us today as well. 2 Corinthians 4:17 says, for our light and momentary troubles. It literally said light and momentary. And I don't think the goal was to diminish the things that we go through, but in light of eternity, the things that we are going through are very small. So 2 Corinthians 4:17 says, for our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. Our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. I think it's important that you guys don't just hear me read these scriptures and then just, well, that was encouraging. I actually also want you to go and spend time with the Lord and read and study to show yourself approved and sit with the Lord in this season and have him speak into all these scriptures that I gave you. But I want to give you more, but I'm not going to read them to you. I'll just give you the text so you can look them up yourself. But Jeremiah 29:11, I know you guys all know that, but I would encourage you to read it in its proper context and ask the Lord what it means for you today. Isaiah 43:2, Romans 8:31, 1 Corinthians 15:58, Psalms 31:24, and Matthew 11:28. I hope this is encouraging. There's some seasons where I'm like, all I got is the word. So I've been standing on the word these days, and it's beautiful over here, even though it's been tough. And the things that I'm coming and encouraging you guys on, it's because I'm going through those same things. But I have to stand on the word. We have to stand on the word. We have to stand on what we know is true. Our circumstances and what we see are not the true reality. What God says is the true reality. So I hope you guys have a good night, good day, whenever you watch this. Just be blessed and make sure that you're spending time with the Lord, because he's all that we have. And he's going to be the one that's going to walk you through all of the trials and the tribulations that you're feeling. He's going to walk you through your pain. He wants to walk with you through all of this. That's the whole point, is to yield to this God that has everything under control, that has us in his hands. And he's saying, I stand at the end of your life and I look down and I say, it's beautiful. I see the entire picture. He sees the whole book. So don't judge your life based on the chapter of the story that you're in. You may be on chapter 12, chapter 30, chapter 48, but that's not the whole story. There's still more pages to read, and only God sees the complete and total picture. He's telling you that it is good. So child, step and trust that you have a God that is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all you could ask or think. God bless you guys. I love you. Have a good one.